There are so many ways you can try and beat Hades 2, and there are so many ways that are kind of funny. Today we're testing divorce, dodge, ding ding, and dem big circles. What if big circles? What if dodge? What if divorce? What is the best path to get through Hades 2? I'm here to do the science so you don't have to. To watch these runs live, follow us on Twitch or head to Tulok Time. That's the YouTube channel where we're streaming now. Join the Patreon to support the channel. We need all the support we can get, and there's more exclusive videos that have nothing to do with Hades there. Not a great pitch, but if you like just hearing me talk, there's more of that there. Finally, check out the Magic the Gathering channel where we're basically making a whole Hades commander deck. Hypothetically. Now, let's get started by shaking things up. In our God tier list video, I said that the duo boon between Zeus and Hera wasn't my favorite, because it's basically getting them divorced. When these two get together, they break up, purging all of your boons of one god to substantially level up the boons of the other. But which form of divorce is better? Is it better to trade in Zeus's big lightning for Hera's big family energy? Or is family a weapon used by people to treat you poorly with no negative consequences? Let's find out. First run, we're going to end things in favor of Zeus. Starting off with a high rarity attack boon is pretty nice here. Rarity becomes a lot more important since it changes the base scaling and how much each boon scales up when leveled up. I'm also trying to limit the amount of non-Zeus, non-Hera boons to maximize the potential of divorce. These two unfortunately don't want to stay together very long. You two can... No, you two can make it. You two can make it. Hold out a little longer, okay? You two don't have to get divorced yet. They're eager. They want to get divorced on the fucking honeymoon. There are some boons I'll definitely miss when this is all over. Born Gain is the best magic recovery option in the game, in my opinion, fully refilling your bar at the cost of a bit of primed magic. Since we checked in with Medea though, we'll be getting 5 more magic every single room. Hopefully by the time this is all over, that's enough so that the DPS with our torches doesn't fall off a cliff. Already, our lightning is doing great against Polyphemus. Hey, I did say Zeus was the strongest god, and still stand by that a few weeks later. Heading to the docks, I'm a big iridescent fan, and am able to grab the best boon for divorce, Bridal Glow. This can't scale and also instantly makes another boon heroic, so purging it later does nothing. Unfortunately, chance isn't on our side. Oh, it's risky. Oh! I think I'm gonna be sick. Well, I mean, their kids should be involved in the divorce. Look, if they get divorced, are we sure it wasn't Ares' fault? Technically, we also got success rate from Hermes too, but Hermes is a weird god who doesn't really count as a god, except we counted him in the tier list. It's fine. Success rate is also really good for double strikes, so thanks, Hermes. Overall, we're still just at the mercy of random chance, and despite doing everything we can to make Zeus and Hera show up, they just kind of don't. Hera was natively in the boon pool, too. We grabbed 3 Hera boons before fighting Polyphemus. On the boats, we got 1 more Hera boon and no Zeus boons. Baloney. That also means we haven't really upgraded all that much between Polyphemus and Eris. Is turning Blitz from epic to heroic and throwing a palm on there really all that great? Yeah, Blitz is really good. Oh, also, this is without strength and origination because our Arcana is set for maximum rarity and rerolls. The way that shakes out just kind of takes away the 2 best damage Arcana pieces. Womp womp. It's also kind of the setup we run for most of these runs. Not saying that strength is bad, definitely not saying that origination is bad, but yeah, if I'm trying to control the build, we gotta have all 3 of those things near the rerolls, so... yeah. Mount Olympus will surely hook us up with some more of everyone's favorite disaster couple, right? I'm worried these kids won't even be able to get divorced. Finally, we see Hera again, but we have to fight Talos first, so bye-bye to half my health, I guess. Talos gets the health in the divorce. Fine Line is one of the best Hera boons to get upgraded by divorce. It can get some pretty crazy damage. Too bad we plan to purge it. Weirdly, you don't really want high rarity when you're aiming for a divorce duo, since it doesn't change the amount the other boons get powered up, so the penalty isn't as steep when you purge it. But you do want high rarity for whoever you keep, so yeah, still need the Arcana on for rarity. It's just kind of sad to purge something epic. No more Zeus boons, only 1 more Hera boon before Prometheus. That does mean we've gotten a lot of health, magic, and hammers though, so we're still kind of crushing it. It's important to remember that when a divorce doesn't work out, it's nobody's fault. Every divorce is hard, and some divorces are just harder than others. Finally, Zeus shows up. If you had one shot, one opportunity to get divorced, would you capture it? Or would you let it slip? Tale of Typhon gets shredded, and then we get divorced. Show me that divorce. How many Hera boons we even fucking have? 4 plus 18. What is this? 460 on a blitz? 115 every time I dash? Never mind. Divorce is funny again, gamers. Can Typhon handle the power of 2 Christmases? Well, one of the children is throwing a temper tantrum. Ares gave us Mutual Destruction a while back, a boon that's pretty good. I dunked on Ares, throwing him at the bottom of C tier. What a slight. But he does have one really good boon. This gives you a chance to double up your damage when you're below full health, and with success rate from Hermes, aka make Ares viable the boon, that double damage chance goes pretty high. And High Divorce Blitz is also pretty good, especially with Arc Flash, which is going to add 74% damage to our blitzes thanks to Divorce. It was common rarity too, imagine if that was higher. Overall, we could have divorced much harder, but this was very solid. I would say getting divorced for Zeus, A tier. Zeus's boons scale really well, but now the question remains, should we run it back and try getting divorced from Hera's perspective? The kids don't stand a chance. For purely scientific purposes, we have to keep the same weapon and aspect, not just because I really like it. Some epic specials to start us off, everyone's getting hitched, and then wow, Zeus is already in the boon pool. It's so nice when I don't have to reset like 6 times to get the right gods. Again, they want to break up too early. Kids, you can't get divorced yet. You simply can't. Ooh, awkward. Getting a Hera boon in the Heracles room? Already looks like we're going to get a more expensive divorce this time with 5 Zeus boons before we even hit the first boss, and 3 Hera boons. Unfortunately, we don't have Blitz, and Hitch doesn't really handle Poly quite as well, ironically. I guess, you know, Hitch's monogamy. Still goes fine. The torches are just infinitely better than the Mel Axe we had to use last run. On the boats, we get our 6th Zeus boon. It's Heroic Blitz on the attack again. Can we get Zeus Divorced Part 2? No, I guess not. That's not science, and science rules. We still aren't seeing Hera. And I put her at number 2 on the god list. Do you think Hera would be so spiteful to punish me for calling her number 2? Yes, goddess of marriage, sure. But looking at the mythology, she's the goddess of spite. Another trip through the boats with no more Hera boons, womp womp. Like, we have twice as many Zeus boons at the Ares fight. How can we win? Oh yeah, he's the strongest god. She gets zapped a lot, crowd control, and single target. He's good at everything. Mount Olympus seems to continue the trend until we get to Talos again. Hey, that happened last time too. Weird. We could get divorced here, but I grabbed Fine Line. I believe in these kids. They can stay together a little longer. Is it concerning that Fine Line makes us spend 40 and 50 magic on our Omega attack and cast specifically, and our magic recovery is from Zeus, which will get purged in the divorce? Yeah. Now I'll get divorced. Oh, but that's so tempting. No, we have to get divorced. We have to get divorced. So now this has a plus 335% damage to the specials. The sprint will do 435 damage when we sprint. My Omega Cat, no, not that one. Where's the Fine Line? Oh, there we go. Okay. Hitch effects do 255% more damage. So afflicted foes take 285% of the damage dealt to other afflicted foes, which mean the Hitch affected foes actually take more damage than the thing I am hitting. And Fine Line is going to do 445 damage in each rift. Maybe we should have waited to get divorced a little bit longer. So that Hitch bonus is pretty huge. The only problem is Prometheus doesn't bring his friends in till the end. The sheer raw damage improvement on the specials is still pretty darn good, just not nearly as good as Blitz from last run. We end up losing a Death Defy, something Divorce Part 1 did not do. I have Typhon, takes another Death Defy. Things are looking pretty rough. We can buy one back, but that's about it until the final shop. Typhon doesn't have that many adds, so the extra Hitch damage isn't going to help us. Running back to grab magic from the big bowl kind of screws us up. We beefed it. I kind of played like trash trash, but really, Hera boons just don't scale nearly as well as Zeus's do. I still think Hera is an S-tier god, but I put her in S-tier because of how well her boons work with the other gods. Solo Hera isn't very good. She's a family guy. You need the family. Investing in one isn't the strategy. Unless...
he cocked that crooked hammer back and he brought that hammer down.
Exactly.
I love Hephaestus and his ding-dings, so this run I just wanted the fastest ding-dings possible. There are 3 potential ding-dings, one on the attack, one on the special, and one on the dash. We get pretty lucky and get an epic special ding-ding, but substantially unlucky on the attack. With Hera in the boon pool, though, we can just fish for Bridal Glow and not get it. Hestia is also in the boon pool, though, and getting her duo boon with Hephaestus would effectively double our ding-dings, making them ding one more time every time we ding, as long as we're dinging them as quickly as we can, which we will be all the time, every time. The timing window on that's also pretty forgiving. That's nice. To activate that, we take her mana recovery, and then we get the duo boon in the next Hephaestus room immediately. Hell yeah. Bridal Glow shows up. Will we get lucky? Bridal Glow. Hit the attack. Oh, that sucks. Really should have prioritized doing Bridal Glow as soon as possible. Now, Polyphemus looks a little different today, and that's because I had Vow of Rivals turned on to get a little bit of footage for the tier list. Poison Floor is absurd. Gets so messy. Where's Dusa? She needs to clean this up. On the boats, we reroll Poseidon multiple times and don't get what we need, his cast. Now, worth noting, some people think the cast of Hephaestus is a ding-ding. It's not. It's just some damage. But in the next room, we get an epic dash and glow, thanks to Hermes' delivery. We're getting some great luck from our palms, since they increase the recovery speed on the ding-dings so substantially. Think about it like this. If you've got a 10-second delay and it goes down to 9, that boon got 10% better. If you have a 5-second delay and it goes down to 4 seconds, it got 20% better. What other palm is giving you a 20% boost? Poseidon finally cooperates and gets us the cast, which means the duo boon is in the pool. Obviously, Poseidon loves getting in the pool. Worth noting, we're using the riposte dagger against Eris, which gives us a 50% critical chance for a few seconds after we block. Criticals can hit ding-dings, and it's really easy to use against Eris when you wait for her to hit the buff rocket. Really like the parry dagger. I think it's so fun. Heading up to Mount Olympus, we swap the Selene charm so that we can get Wolf Howl, which when upgraded will give us ding-dings on our hex. Already, every room sounds like a damn xylophone solo. So much a ding, so much a dong. After a brief fight against the dragon, we get a bigger, badder ding-ding. A little friendly competition against Heracles works out pretty well. We get $120. Not the best I've ever done, but he can be a little bit of a kill sniper. Phase 1 Prometheus goes very well. The ding-dings are simply too strong. Another great thing about the parry dagger, you can use it to block the stripes from Prometheus, if you need to, or you can just play Bop It. I just play Bop It, but blocking is still an option. As we climb the summit, we're not really looking for anything else, so I'm just trying to upgrade Wolf Howl, which we do to the level we need to get it to. It gets the buff of our dash, which is a ding-ding, and it gets an extra ding from Hephaestus's God-sent abilities. The Tail of Typhon gets absolutely bonked, and Big Palms of Power get our dash ding-ding to recharge every 2 seconds. At the final shop, I take Hephaestus's Hera duo boon to reduce the damage with our magic. Since we recover magic incredibly fast, it'll make us super tanky while we're doing absolutely nutty damage against Typhon. All of his eggs are destroyed every time he makes them. I just kind of face tank and ding-ding. I'm so curious to see how much damage ding-ding did. So 185,000 damage from ding-ding. Ding-ding seems good. Yeah, so investing fully in ding-ding is an S-tier build. It's actually super easy to build too, hardly an inconvenience. Only way it could be better is if we never took damage. Our goal here is to just get the highest dodge percentage we can possibly have, which starts with Hestia in our boon pool, specifically to rarefy Hot Pot. By starting at Epic, it gives us a 6% dodge chance that is doubled against scorched foes. Unfortunately, the staff isn't like fast, at putting Scorch on the special, so we'll need something to make sure stuff stays on fire later. Hermes gives us a rare hasty retreat. Obviously, better levels of rarity would help more, but it's still more dodge chance every time we grab a boon. Apollo is obviously important since Daze is a flat 20% miss chance. Technically, that's different than dodge chance, but like, I don't know, I'm not a nerd, I just count it. Turns out Aphrodite was in the boon pool, and while she didn't want to give us any wind, we do get her duo boon that makes weak foes stay on fire. So now, doesn't really matter that our Scorch buildup is kinda dog water, it'll work. Unfortunately, Selene does not want to give us Dark Side, which would give us more dodge chance as we level it up. I know I said Dark Side was terrible and put it all the way in C tier, yeah, terrible. I really dunked on it. I was so unfair. Aphrodite still won't give us Wispy Winds. I trust she will soon. Just like I trust that Poison Femus will absolutely Shrek our health bar. Oh my god, he's Shrek. He's a big, stinky green giant. It's all ogre, gamers. This is his swamp. Or not. Maybe we already have some decent dodging abilities. But hey, they could be better. Wispy? No Wispy. Do I reroll once? Let's reroll one.
Sure, why not?
Okay. So that was a mistake. Not only did we not get Wispy, we didn't get any wind element boons on the second reroll that will help Wispy in the future. Terrible. Heracles fully bullies us and takes all of our money, and then we have Circe to hit the parlay. Ideally, we would get the tiny buff, which gives us 10% dodge chance, but we have Gale. Gale is a backup option for bad luck. We get the option for the bad luck since Gale gives us a 6% dodge chance. By improving our familiar with Circe, we get that doubled up to 12, or a 6% increase. It's not as good as 10, but it's something. Charybdis is something as well, something I don't like. Aphrodite still doesn't want to give us the Wispy, but Shameless Attitude will be great once we have that dodge chance. This staff's just letting me down. I don't care for it. We have a ton of money, but all of our fights are super slow. Right before Eris, Hestia hooks us up with Warm Breeze to heal us 10 damage every time we dodge. Pairing that with Shameless Attitude should go pretty damn hard. Oh, also, little issue. In order to get the full rewards from the run, I turned on the timer in the fear room, so the low damage gets more and more stressful. And we still don't have Origination or Strength to maximize rerolls and rarity. They both matter for the run. Sorry, Strength enjoyers. I don't need to say sorry, Origination enjoyers, because you won't ask for an apology. You're normal people. Strength enjoyers, not normal people. Calm down. It's an Arcana card, not a religion. Finally, on Mount Olympus, we get Wispy. 2% dodge chance for all of our wind elements. That's the last boon we need. Now it's just all about jazzing up that wind. And I don't know, maybe gaining a fucking attack boon? Would it kill them to give me a fucking attack boon? That's wind? Because I won't pick it if it's not wind. I'm not unlucky. I'm really just picky. We have a common cast boon. That's gotta be fine. Gotta fight Zagreus for the content, even though I'm worried it will be a little slow. It's starting to seem like we finally might have something cooking. Between the Shameless Attitude and the perfect body, we're ready to start an OnlyFans. Nothing but respect for spicy workers. That wasn't a joke at your expense. No offense meant by it. Now, it would be better if we just actually had an attack boon, but more damage when we don't get hit and more damage when we're above HP thresholds is paying off quite well when we dodge everything. Finally, right before Prometheus, we get the Apollo attack boon, which is more damage and more wind. God bless him. Him bless him, I guess. He's a god. Accidentally donut ourselves in Prometheus. That's when you make the bonfire hit the middle of the room, so you have to run around it like a ring, like a donut. Big dodges pulling through, though. Absolutely untouchable, and every time we dodge, we heal, so if a hit does get through, we'll heal up eventually. Twins of Typhon are no issue. I'm really just worried about time that nobody can see because my camera was blocking it. I don't want you all to worry, okay? We get exceptional talent from Apollo to double our Omega attacks right before Typhon. Neat. This fight's so funny. He can't hit us. I have that Arcana on that gives us 3 free hits, but apparently dodge takes priority over those shields. So by the time Zeus drops, we still haven't been hit. Second egg phase, still no damage. We don't get hit until the final phase. When we do end up getting hit, it just heals up almost instantly. It's very funny. Almost as funny as watching me try to do math. 12% plus 20%. 32 plus 16. So 32 plus 16 is going to be, blah, 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 blah. I can do math. 48. 48 plus 18 is 56. Wait, what? Was it really just 56? 32 plus 16 and a half. Oh, I missed Hop Hot. It's at 7, so that's, okay, so that's hot pot's 14, whatever. Okay, hot pot's 14, plus the 12 is going to be 26, plus 20 is 46. Okay, 46. Oh, yeah, sorry. Okay, 46 plus, God damn it. Okay, you're fucking me up. You're fucking me up. Okay, let's try it again. Look, I kept getting distracted by chat. I'm not smart. Now for something totally different with the same weapon and a lot of the same gods. So last time we ended things off by trying to make the best Omega cast with the Charon axe, since that boosts the Omega cast. But this time we're just making the best cast, not the best Omega cast. So we're using the staff that I love so much again, with Tulok, because she's more likely to run close to enemies, as long as she's not asleep. You know, cats are sprinters. She's got to get her rest in. Hestia is our choice for the best cast, since she can upgrade it with her legendary boon, and hey, we're able to get fire away in the second to last room of the first area. This makes the cast burn up ranged attacks and put 400 Scorch on anyone attacking you that burns away in 3 seconds, which is faster than normal Scorch. How does that work when you mix them together? I don't know. I don't know how that works at all, but it's fine. Prominence Flare right before Shrek, that Scorch is pretty darn good at burning up an enemy that attacks so much. He doesn't even have a ton of ranged attacks, but it should be pretty great against Eris. On the boats, we're looking for Apollo to increase our attack size, and he doesn't right away, though restoring magic when casts expire does feel like the most on-theme mana recovery for this build. With the second Apollo boon, we get a heroic supernova. Then, oh, Icarus, give me a bad choice, man. Do it. It'd be so fucking funny. Give me the funny one. Give me the funny one. Come on. Woo! So that's Hazard Boom, which makes our cast drop a giant missile, which also hurts us when it drops. Just don't stand in the circle. This is MMO 101. It gets worse when we piss off Apollo. Oh, there's so many circles on the ground. What the fuck is happening? You know, this is just practice for when I become an MMO streamer, right? There are colored circles on the floor. Don't stand in them. Eris is also jazzed up by pretending to be literally Satan, but I personally don't find her rival's boss modification to be all that much harder. I guess the arena is tighter. This would have been way easier if she shot bullets, realizing that now. Kinda didn't let this build cook as much as I should have by taking Eris's bullets away. Whoops. Chaos shows up in a major way, offering to boost the damage of our cast. Does that work with Scorch damage though? I don't know if it does. That might have been a waste. Talos is incredibly unbothered by the binding circle. He just doesn't slow down. What a dick. It's kind of late in the run, but I make the steady gain heroic, and that should be something. Ooh, next silly runs idea. I gotta maximize the value of steady gain. That would be pretty funny. Now, I think I could take Heracles and Prometheus at the same time. In a fight is what I mean. Really love this fight. Heracles coming in really spices it up in a very fun way. We lose a death defy, but we got another one thanks to Tula anyway. As we head to the summit, we have a few pending deliveries. Twins of Typhon give us Hot Pot, which, okay, I guess this is a dodge chance run again. Stinks that we use the same weapon on the dodge chance. They just offered me more money, okay? And these really do feel very different. Tail of Typhon gets the full Venn diagram treatment, and we're ready to take on the big man. The circles are pretty great here. He can't move, so he just takes the full damage from them every time. That means he gets 2 burns every time, 2 bombs every time, 2 flares every time. I feel like charging the Omega cast, which is like half the time. Overall, pretty solid build. Hestia's legendary is a nice defensive option, and 2 giant circles look neat. Let's say a B+. That's it for today. I have other silly runs planned, though, I don't know, the last silly runs video didn't do super well, so if this one doesn't do super well, we might just stick to tier lists. It's a little faster for me. I can work on the other channels. I don't know, that's where we're at. If you like a video, put a thumb on it, and, you know, leave a nice comment. Join the Patreon to support the channel. It's the best way to do it. That's the way we get to keep most of the money, and, you know, help out your favorite creator right now. Even if it's not me, whatever creator you watch the most content of, try and give them $5 if you can. Doesn't even have to be me. I'm plugging everyone's Patreon right now. Shit's rough on YouTube. Finally, check out Twitch and Tulok Time if you want to watch us stream live. Bye bye.